Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I'm doing okay. Um, it's a nice day out. Sun is out. It's a nice cool breeze, nice pleasant temperature, and let me show you how nice it is. Okay. Over the weekend, I saw a lot of stuff, and I think I could try to squeeze everything in because I don't think I have much to say about most any of them. So, if you don't mind, I'll put them all in one video. Now, I wrote my notes as I always do, okay, because I can't rely on my short-term memory anymore. It really sucks getting old. Okay, now, the Democrats on impeachment of President Trump. And I heard recently something very telling about their push for impeachment. And one of them said, and I quote, "There is a there, but we haven't found it yet." Okay. And I think you just proved to the world and to our country that there is no there. Okay? That there's nothing. There never was. There never was. Because if you believe in your heart that there is a there, but you haven't found it yet, after what? How many? 2 years? 2.5 years of a thorough investigation by Robert Mueller that there was no there, and all the extensive interviewing and interrogation and study and everything, with all the subpoenas and all the paperwork and everything that President Trump did to cooperate with the special counsel, that there was nothing. There was nothing there. And so even after all of that, Democrats still pushing for impeachment, saying there is a there, but we haven't found it yet. Okay. Well, you stay in your old little fantasy world while the rest of us get back to reality. Okay? Now, something else I learned also, where they were talking about teachers. And one teacher said, teachers are no longer in control of what they teach. Okay? Now that is shocking. That teachers are no longer in control of what they teach their students. And you know what? That sounds like Big Brother to me, where teachers have to be forced to teach what others want them to teach. Okay, they have no control over what they teach. That somebody else is dictating to them what to teach. So, that sounds like a dictatorship. That sounds like authoritarianism. That sounds like Big Brother. And it resounds a huge warning to all parents. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't it. The warning to all parents is your children need to be homeschooled. Okay, and I was thinking about that too because, for my children, whenever I have them, because I don't like the indoctrination that's going on in schools, in education, that teachers are pushing a liberal, socialist, communist agenda. And now I learned that it isn't the teachers doing it. It isn't the teacher's idea. They're being forced to do this. They're being forced to spread this propaganda. And if teachers are no longer in control of what they teach, then this is a fair warning to all parents. do not send your children to school, to public school. Don't do it. Because you're going to have a whole bunch of little Hitler children. Okay, because, you know, if you think about all the documentaries, you know, about Hitler's children, about all the young folks, all the boys marching and drumming their drums, you know, that all the youth, Hitler's youth, are all brainwashed to follow this ideology, and the more children are brainwashed by this ideology, it becomes authoritarian society, which is what Germany had in the 1930s. You know, so I was right when I said authoritarianism is part of the liberal agenda, because it is. You know, because it's Big Brother, communism, authoritarianism, socialism, communism. It's all there. And children need to be homeschooled if teachers are admitting they are not in control of what they teach. Okay, that's the second thing I want to point out. And I think, what was it, AOC that said, quote, "Our planet is literally dying, and we have a corrupt president who refuses to acknowledge this." Okay, that's really interesting. Our planet is not dying. Okay, this is no different than what they warned us with the ozone layer, and to stop using aerosols because it'll burn a hole in the ozone layer and will fry us to a crisp. Or Al Gore's prediction that in 12 years, in the year 2000, this planet will no longer be inhabitable because of global warming. And 19 years later, we're still here. And our planet's fine. And George Carlin made this joke. The planet is okay. We're sick. We are diseased. You know, and to come up with these doom and gloom predictions. Like the Mayans in 2012. We see how that played out. You know, in 12 and Y2K and the hole in the ozone and Al Gore's prediction. Yeah. Okay. So, but the most interesting thing about this is that they recently bribed everybody to cut school so that they can march in protest against climate change, and yet these same kids are vaping. Okay, you are so concerned about air quality, and yet you're contributing to the problem by exhaling hot gas from your vaping activities. Okay, I don't know if it's hot gases. I know I said in the previous video that with cigarettes and marijuana and now vaping, that you're inhaling hot gas into your lungs. But whether it's hot gas or not, kids who are vaping are damaging and irrevocably destroying their own lungs. And we now have 8 deaths confirmed. Now, what will it take for kids to stop it? Will it take 500 deaths? Because right now, we have over 500 reported cases of severe lung damage due to vaping. Okay, will it take those 500 people to die before kids say, hey, wait a minute, this is not such a good idea? Okay, we already have 8 deaths. It started out with 5, then 6, then 7, and now 8. Okay, one by one, more and more young people are dying because of the stupid activity of vaping, which is damaging their lungs, you know. But yet, these kids are vaping, taking in this gas, blowing it through their nose and their mouth. I mean, there could have been a few cigarette smokers who were able to close their mouth and breathe out the smoke through their nose so they look like a damn dragon. Okay? They're doing it with vaping. Do you know how disgusting you look? How unattractive that looks? You put this damn thing in your mouth, you take it out of your mouth, and you blow smoke out of your mouth and your nose. I mean, are you sure there aren't any boogers in there? I mean, come on. And then you're going to march against global warming while you're blowing this stuff out of your mouth and your nose? I mean, already we know this stuff is causing damage to your lungs. What do we know if this vaping stuff is damaging our environment? Okay, so you really are hypocrites. Okay, pushing all this global warming stuff, and you're blowing stuff out of your mouth and your nose that is damaging your lungs. And your lungs, we have in our bodies to help us breathe the air we breathe. So, are we not poisoning the air that we breathe by smoking this stupid vaping stuff that we know it's already poisonous and damaging to your lungs? Who knows if there's a carcinogen or some other poisonous element in this vaping smoke that you're not contributing to our atmosphere with this stupid vaping. So you put 2 and 2 together, take 2 pieces of testimony and put them together. 1, we have kids protesting sparked by AOC who doesn't even know the 3 chambers of the government: presidency, the House, and the Senate. Yeah, right. And who've never seen a garbage disposal for. Are you going to put much stock in this woman, this 26-year-old? You know, I mean, this woman who also just threw thousands of jobs in New York out the window. You're really going to count on this woman as a smart information? She was saying the very same thing Al Gore said back in 1992. In 12 years, the world's going to come to an end. Well, the year 2000 came, we're still here. So Al Gore is full of BS, and so is AOC. And yet, she's the one who started this thing, and you kids are vaping. And who knows what's in this stuff that you're blowing into the air? And you're gonna preach about global warming and about our planet's gonna die in 12 years. Well, maybe if you stop with this vaping stuff, you might save the planet. Hello, never occurred to you that maybe if you stop with this blowing this junk out of your mouth and your nose that is poisoning your lungs, that maybe it's poisoning the air we breathe? So you kids are contributing the problem with your stupid vaping. Okay, so I think that's really hypocritical. That you're gonna stage a vast protest. What did you expect to accomplish? I mean, come on. This is so stupid. And you're gonna turn around and say, "Oh, well, I'm out here protesting against the environment. I'll vape some. I'll do some vaping and blow stuff into the atmosphere." Yeah, really smart, you kids. And student debt is necessary. I see this commercial all the time. This is another topic, by the way. I saw another commercial about eliminating student debt, and this young woman is sitting in her car, and she says, I'm so happy I can't stop smiling because I'm now free of debt. Okay, and the thing I want to ask is, how's your credit score? How's your payment history? If you want to take out a loan, if you want to finance a car, if you want to do anything, have you checked to see if you got good credit? That if at any time you might need an emergency, maybe your car needs a new engine and you have to take out a loan. Have you bothered to check to see if you have no student debt payment history? That anybody try to take out a loan, they're not going to approve you because you have no payment history? Did it occur to you? So this woman that's sitting there, oh, I'm so happy, I can't stop smiling. Well, you know what? I did that in 1992 when I paid the last of my student loan. And yeah, I paid my student loan for 10 years. But guess what? That improved my credit score. So if ever I needed a loan, I could take it out because they'll check. And they'll see that, hey, this guy's a good risk. Because he paid his payments. For 10 years, he paid his student loan debt in full from 1982 to 1992. And at the end of that paying it off, and yeah, I was just as happy as that woman. But guess what? I had a good payment history under my belt. Can you say the same thing? That's what I'd love to say to her. Okay, next. I just heard that Kyrsten Sinema, from Arizona, that Democrat, she started agreeing with some of Trump's policy. And you know how the Democrats responded to that? They want to censure her, a formal censure. That how dare she agree with the president? And if you agree with the president, we are going to censure you. Because you're a traitor. You're a traitor to the Democrats everywhere. Yeah. Maybe it's time you swallow a red pill, jump ship, hashtag walk away, and jump on the Trump team. Because the Democrat Party are hypocrites. They're hateful. They're violent. They have no redeeming qualities. Okay, and they're telling you, you do not have a right to think for yourself. We are supposed to control what you think and what you believe. And if you have your own ideas, well, then shut up and do not express them. We will make your life a living hell if you talk about agreeing with Trump's policies. Now, just like that representative from the church who knocked on my door saying to me, burn in hell, because I declined his 2 offers for literature and to visit his church. I said, you know what? You're going to tell me to burn in hell? So you're going to say to Kyrsten Sinema from Arizona, because you're agreeing with Trump, we have to censure you? Guess what? You don't need them. And you're a woman who has your own mind. And that is really interesting. I just thought of this just now. What did Hillary Clinton say about women who voted for Trump? I just remembered this just now. Hillary always said that women who voted for Trump are doing so because their husbands and boyfriends told them to. And now the Democrat Party is telling Kyrsten Sinema from Arizona, you vote the way we want you to vote, or we will punish you. That sounds like what Hillary Clinton was saying about women who voted for Trump. Vote our way, or else if you vote for Trump, you're doing it because the man in your life forced you to do it. Wow. That's real, real telling right there. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, okay, actually, I think I can devote the next video to this by itself. Because there was a lot of little things that I want to talk about. But this next topic is a real substantial one, and I think it deserves its own video. So, on that note, I will stop here, and I'll do the next topic in the next video. So, I can't even put this in my pocket. Wow. By the way, I'm wearing a new shirt. I got a new shirt. It's pink. Okay. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.